Good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with a look at today's weather, and we'll go into the future too. We have to keep looking farther and farther to see if we can see anything that looks like spring. So let's get to it. And the good news is we've had some spurty snow showers the last couple of days, and you could find some isolated slick roads, but now those snow showers really diminishing, probably just nothing more than flurries going on right now, and it should be that way all day. And we will gradually start to see some sunshine. As I look out my window, I can see the blue sky in between the clouds. So a little sunshine, and that might actually make it feel a touch warmer than what the thermometer feels. And Jeff says the nor'easters are really putting a damper on our spring. Yeah, that is true. I'll show that to you in just a moment. Veronica, Richard, spring anytime soon? No, not really. Let's all go visit Tamala. Hopefully I'm saying that, from Florida. Although Florida has cooled down, hasn't it, Tamala? Where are you? And is it cool there too? These are the high temperatures for today, and they're still colder than normal. Our normal high temperatures now in the low to mid 40s, I'm going to say. 37 expected in Detroit, and 36 in Ann Arbor, and 37 in Saginaw Bay City, Midland. Michigander in Milwaukee. Pamela. All right. Well, you're going to be about 47 in Milwaukee. We're going to be in the upper 30s all across southern Michigan. We'll call it low to mid 30s, northern lower, and about the freezing mark across the UP. Good morning, Tanisha. And what's going on? Why can't we get into spring? I wrote about this yesterday. We can blame the Northeast. There's a warm pocket of water here. There's an average upper level trough, and so all the storms want to deepen right here. And here's the current nor'easter and counterclockwise flow around it. And guess what that puts Michigan into? It puts us into a northerly wind. Let's go through this and see what's going to happen. We're into Thursday, and that nor'easter still just churning out in the ocean. Hey, good morning, Alta. So northerly winds reinforce again, and this is a cold Canadian high, and that is the pattern. Kathleen wants to know if that Chinese space station will fall on us. I got to check into that because we have written a few stories. One of my fellow MLivers, Ben Raven, has written some stories on it. So maybe search MLive. 48 in Inglewood, Florida this morning. Ouch. Although it's 21 here, so I guess it's still warmer. We'll go into Friday, and what I want you to notice is that this cold nor'easter up here keeps us so cold that it's actually taking the storm track to the south. Good morning, Alta. Kathy Cook watching from Paris. What's it like in Paris at this time of the year? Okay, so with that cold air in place, notice it just kills the storm system out and keeps it to the south. But I do think this is one thing that we have to watch, is that the cold air is still enough in place that we're actually going to be almost flirting with the north side of the storm track here in the next week. Do you know what the north side of the storm track means? I'm glad I'm here and not with you in a room. Oh, Kathy Cook, Paris, Michigan. Okay. Means that if we're on the north side of a storm track, we're on the cold side, and snow is still possible. So, we're into early next week, and notice a storm forming. Now, again, way too far out to say if it gives us snow or if it stays to the south or whatnot, but the point being is this northerly wind, excuse me, keeping the cold air in, is shoving the storms to our south, which if we want spring weather, they should actually curve to our north and pull mild air up. So we are going to have to just keep an eye on that. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Ramirez Turtle says it's 30 degrees there. Cadillac, Michigan, yeah. I like the car, but you build boats. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is there's no spring next week. Let's look at the 6 to 10 day forecast quickly. That is for March 19th to 23rd. Trending colder than normal. Let's look at the 8 to 14 day, March 21st to 27th. Colder than normal probably. Let's look at the 3 to 4 week forecast, March 24th to April 6th. Still, the Climate Prediction Center has us in colder than normal weather, but they can be wrong. They're very good sometimes. I'm surprised at how good, I guess I shouldn't say surprised, but they're very good sometimes, a lot of times. Sometimes you just wonder, what are they thinking? And let me show you what I mean by that, okay? Here is the 1 month forecast for the month of March, made February 28th, when we were already starting to see signs of colder air coming into the eastern part of the country in March, okay? So February 28th, they made a forecast for March of having a better chance of being warmer than normal. So in other words, it's actually going to look like colder than normal here. What is the snow totals for the season? I wrote a recent post on that. What city are you talking about? Maybe I can make a quick look here, okay? And it does vary. Well, let me do a little search. Here's a good way to answer some of your weather questions, is do a search. Like what I do is MLive, Torregrossa, season snow. We'll see if it comes up here quickly. Let's see. Snowfall tally. I guess this is kind of old. The newest one isn't coming up. So I would search that for, if I were you. Yeah, this is from January. But if I do remember correctly, Ann Arbor's at 70-something inches. Detroit's in the 50s, about 20 to 30 inches above normal. Flint was the farthest in inches above normal. It was around 70 inches. You get to Saginaw, Bay City, not much, 34 inches, and it was actually a couple of inches below average. And then you get to the west side of the state, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, and they were pretty close to the average. So there you have it. No travel problems expected today. Sunshine will be gradually coming out. It will stay cold, and March is not going to be a spring month here in Michigan. Alrighty, everybody take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.